What is poetry? Look at those naked words dancing together. Everyone's very embarrassed. Only one thing to do about it. Off with your clothes and join in the dance. Naked words and people dancing together? There's going to be trouble. Here come the poetry police. Keep dancing. That's more what I wanted to do. Human beings. Look at your hands. Your beautiful, useful hands. You're not an ape. You're not a parrot. You're not a slow loris or a smart missile. You're human. Not British, not American, not Israeli, not Palestinian. You're human. Not Catholic, not Protestant, not Muslim, not Hindu. You're human. We all start human. We end up human. Human first, human last. We're human or we're nothing. Nothing but bombs and poison gas. Nothing but guns and torturers. Nothing but slaves of greed and war if we're not human. Look at your body with its amazing systems of nerve wires and blood canals. Think about your mind, which can think about itself and the whole universe. Look at your face, which can freeze into horror or melt into love. Look at all that life, all that beauty. You're human. They're human. We are human. Let's try to be human. Dance. A puppy called Puberty. It was like keeping a puppy in your underpants. A secret puppy you weren't allowed to show to anyone, not even your best friend or your worst enemy. You wanted to pat him, stroke him, cuddle him all the time, but you weren't supposed to touch him. He only slept for 5 minutes at a time. Then he'd suddenly perk up his head in the middle of school medical inspection and always on bus rides. So you had to climb down from the upper deck, all bent double, to smuggle the puppy off the bus without the buxom conductors spotting your wicked and ticketless stowaway. Jumping up, wet-nosed, eagerly wagging. He only stopped being a nuisance when you were alone together, pretending to be doing your homework, but really gazing at each other through hot and hazy daydreams of those beautiful schoolgirls on the bus with kittens bouncing in their sweaters. Back in the playground blues. Well, I dreamed I was back in the playground. I was about 4 feet high. Yeah, I dreamed I was back in the playground, standing about 4 feet high. Well, the playground was 3 miles long, and the playground was 5 miles wide. It was broken black tarmac with a high fence running all around. Broken black dusty tarmac with a high wire fence all around, and it had a special name to it. They called it the killing ground. I've got a mother and a father. They're 1,000 years away. The rulers of the killing ground are coming out to play. Everybody's thinking, who they going to play with today? Well, you get it for being Jewish, and you get it for being black. You get it for being chicken, and you get it for fighting back. You get it for being big and fat, get it for being small. Oh, those who get it, and get it for any damn thing at all. Sometimes they take a beetle, tear off its 6 legs one by one, beetle on its black back, rocking in the lunchtime sun. But a beetle can't beg for mercy. A beetle's not half the fun. I heard a deep voice talking. It had that iceberg sound. It prepares them for life. Oh, I have never found any place in my life worse than the killing ground. Beattie is 3. At the top of the stairs, I ask for her hand. Okay. She gives it me. How her fist fits my palm, a bunch of consolation. We take our time down the steep carpet way, as I wish, silently, that the stairs were endless. Did you get endless? To whom it may concern, I was run over by the truth one day. Ever since the accident I've walked this way. So stick my legs in plaster, tell me lies about Vietnam. I heard the alarm clock screaming with pain. Couldn't find myself, so I went back to sleep again. So fill my ears with silver, stick my legs in plaster, tell me lies about Vietnam. Every time I shut my eyes, all I see is flames. I made a marble phone book and I carved all the names. So coat my eyes with butter, fill my ears with silver, stick my legs in plaster, tell me lies about Vietnam. I smell something burning. Hope it's just my brains. They're only dropping peppermints and daisy chains, so stuff my nose with garlic, coat my eyes with butter, fill my ears with silver, stick my legs in plaster, tell me lies about Vietnam. Where were you at the time of the crime? Down by the cenotaph, drinking slime, so chain my tongue with whiskey, stuff my nose with garlic, coat my eyes with butter, fill my ears with silver, stick my legs in plaster, tell me lies about Vietnam. You put your bombers in, you put your conscience out, you take the human being and you twist it all about. So scrub my skin with women, chain my tongue with whiskey, stuff my nose with garlic, coat my eyes with butter, fill my ears with silver, stick my legs in plaster, tell me lies about Afghanistan, tell me lies about Israel, tell me lies about Congo, tell me lies, Mr. Bush, tell me lies, Mr. Blair Brown, tell me lies about Vietnam. Death is smaller than I thought. My mother and father died some years ago. I loved them very much. When they died, my love for them did not vanish or fade away. It stayed just about the same, only a sadder colour. And I can feel their love for me, same as it ever was. Nowadays, in good times or bad, I sometimes ask my mother and father to walk beside me or to sit with me so we can talk together or be silent. They always come to me. I talk to them and listen to them, and I think I hear them talk to me. It's very simple. Nothing to do with spiritualism or religion or mumbo-jumbo. It is imaginary. It is real. It is love. My wife Celia and I had an adopted daughter called Bertie Goodwin, and she was very brilliant and amazing and much loved. And when she was 28, She died quite suddenly when she was a student in America. And this is a poem I wrote about her funeral, but before that I'll read you 4 lines about how we heard of her death. Telephone told me that you were dead. Now I hate every telephone's stupid head. I'd rather sit here turning to a block of stone than pick up any snake of a telephone. And this is a poem I wrote after Beattie's funeral, which took place in a snowstorm in Surrey. And there's a person called Caitlin in this poem who is our granddaughter and who loved Beattie. Especially when it snows, and every tree has its dark arms and widespread hands full of that shining angel food. Especially when it snows, and every footprint makes a dark lake among the frozen grass. Especially when it snows, darling, and tough little robins beg for crumbs at golden-spangled windows. Ever since we said goodbye to you in that memorial garden where nothing grew except the beautiful blank-eyed snow, and little Caitlin crouched to wave goodbye to you down in the shadows. Especially when it snows and keeps on snowing. Especially when it snows, and down the purple pathways of the sky the planet staggers like King Lear with his dead darling in his arms. Especially when it snows and keeps on snowing.